Lisa, go ahead.
Educator, healer, communicator, creator, healer, lover, educator,
Question mark.
no, entrepreneur, international entrepreneur.
Woo! Can you imagine that?
There you go.
Amazing.
There you go.
All right, Virgil, your turn.
Oh gosh. Has to do education.
Try to top that now.
I don't know.
I was gonna be hard. You should have been last.
I know, she just like nailed that.
She's like, I'm done.
Has to do with education. That's why I said.
Okay, so I see light in you. I see that you have incredible potential to make spaces safer in the world. And you're a go-to person for that. And I wish you deep trust and confidence.
Thank you.
Marie.
Oh.
So Marie, I am in love with the woman that you are.
Oh, I love it.
And how you bring forth this joy and the gift that you have been given. You're a connector and an influencer. There's many words to you.
Thank you.
And your brand is very big.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. Shelley, you are a woman who loves life, loves children, loves family, and also you're an educator. And you bring all of these things together in your brand. And I love the joy and the wisdom that you bring into things. And I think you're inspiring in terms of the change that you make for families and children. I congratulate you. Thank you.
Oh.
Eve, I see greatness in you. I see that you're a courageful woman. I see that you're a healer and that you're connected to higher power. And I see that you're going to continue to help and transform and to heal and lift the suffering of the world.
Thanks.
I'm excited to see as you finally do your branding and your landing page to see what happens. So Jim, I think that you're a quiet influencer in your spaces and communities, and that you make people feel well to do the big work that they have to do. So you create the spaces for that expression to happen, and you coach them to be their best. And that's very powerful. I'm impressed by that.
I can't follow that. That's too good. Too good.
Chris.
Michael.
Excuse
No,
me.
I
Excuse me.
changed my name. I don't like this. I'm Chris.
I see that you are such an incredible talent. That is, I'm honored at some level that you made time to come, because I think that you bring an international essence and the gravitas of lawyer and a communicator, and you're a businessman. You bring money to places. And that is inspiring to me, because as a physician, I grew up to do service, not to become prosperous personally. And I admire that, and also the presence you have put into the conversations to add insight. So I thank you so much for being here and taking the time.
Pleasure.
So beautiful.
And Deborah, I think that you bring humanity to your work, and you bring a lot of intelligence and love and compassion. And people need people like you to heal them and to feel safe so that they can tell and evolve from the terrible stories that they have experienced, from which they will develop the empowerment to support people in the world. So I'm excited for your work. Teresa. So my sister Teresa, I want to tell you that I think you're a light, and you're fun, and you're creative, and both of us shared some difficult things as we came from Cuba. Yes, we did. But I admire you and I love you, and I support you to the moon with anything that you make. Thank you. You're amazing. So that's my
Right, you all. The bar has been lit.
It's gonna be
Cubans rule.
turn.
Oh gosh. Has to do with
Try to
education.
top that now.
I don't know.
Oh, it's gonna be hard. You should have been last.
I know. She just like nailed that.
She's like, I'm done.
Has to do with education. That's why I say from you. Saying healer, counseling, that's a sense. Big community connection, networking, resourceful. That's what I see. Same with you in the speaking arena, audience. Powerful speaker, motivator. You already mentioned like dating side. You make people happy.
Oh, that's so
You know,
nice.
people, yeah. Powerful influencer. You influence people
Yes.
in so many ways. Same with you, I wouldn't say, well, it's a healer, but there's more to it. With the vibrant beneath the healers, more eccentric, I'm saying. So well deep, very deep. The way you talked to her, I felt the way you talked to me earlier, I felt it like, wow,
Yeah.
you go well beneath
Mm-hmm.
the surface.
Oh, love it.
You
That's
connect
good
it.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And Marie,
Oh.
Yeah, there are no words for you. I didn't touch that.
extraordinary, unique, I mean, no words to describe it.
Thank you.
Outstanding.
Thank you.
And
All right.
Jonathan,
Oh, Jonathan.
expert, you're very expert in audio, visual.
You talk a little too much, though. You have to calm that down.
All right, Beatrice.
All right, I'm gonna stick with inspirational. That's what I'm best at. So start with you first. That what I gather from you is that your experiences and everything is what's brought you to where you're at today as far as transformation and where you're heading in the future. Just stick to what you know best and what's going to carry you forward, not take you back. And more importantly, surround yourself with like-minded people like this group that are going to go with you. There's one thing I've learned along the way too, is I use this all the time, and I say, when I ask someone for something and they say no, you ask the wrong person. Keep asking those right people to join your team to help you get where you need to be. You have everything in you to do everything you need to do. You have everything you need. It's just a matter of putting that to work, finding out who your target audience is, and making it happen. Thank you. Okay. And Jim, So I've known you, but not known you because, just this few events that I've come to Marie's and we get a chance to meet up and everything. But I see a lot in the community, and your leadership is the first thing that comes to mind to me. Leadership and coaching people and to greatness and just making people better when they leave you, leaving them better is what I'm going to stick with there. And you're great at it. Influencing, being an influencer, all that. You're great at that. And of course, how could I forget?
She did.
I know. I was going to say
She
Chris.
forgot me.
I was going to say Chris, but I'm like, I'm not going to go there. But just the little bit that we've gathered from each other today, what I gathered from you is you make it happen too. Like you do what you have to do to get it done. You're a profit maker. You're not going to start the projects that you start and the things that you do is to do great things and to make money and to make it happen. And I'd love to learn more about what you do. Yeah, I would love to learn more about
I
what
love
you
that word, profit maker.
do. Profit maker, exactly. It's reminding me of that show. It's yes, that's exactly what you remind me of.
He's great. Marcus.
Yes, I watch them all. I used to watch them all the time, and that's who you remind me
I
of.
should be still lucky.
That's kind of who you remind
She's
me of.
fabulous.
Yeah. And what I gather from you is that it's your brand, and that's kind of where you're at right now is trying to figure out where you're at, kind of in a sense, and how you want to catapult and take what you are to fine tune it to what works for you. Where you're unique and you take your skills and your talents to find your niche. And like you said, the one-on-ones you're not interested in anymore. You're interested in doing something else now because of where you're headed. So same advice is just focusing on that what you're great at, and just keep charging forward with that, and also making that happen. Yeah.
All right.
And you, oh my goodness.
You say you.
No, because
She said it in a good
I
way.
said it in a good way. You know me, I'm always inspiring. I always everything in a good way. When you were speaking earlier, and the lawyer, it has a different connotation for me. But at the same time, when you first started talking and the lawyer came out, I do not see you as my perception of lawyer. Like I am totally.
But for that, we have.
As compared to what?
No, I'm serious. No, I'm just the more, and it's the combo over here. I think it's the energy that you both have together, that you're both sitting over there, and you both have amazing energy. But you have an amazing future ahead of you too. I mean, where you're taking, like you said, you're gonna the leadership with the adults and the kids, which that collaboration in itself, what you're doing with that is not only parents who sometimes can be at a loss for leadership in a sense, and if you're a loss for leadership, how can you teach it? Yes. And so when you're taking it from that standpoint and put it into play, and it takes that part of the brain, the amygdala, and all of that in the brain. Yes. And you're taking all that and you're putting it in fun mode. And the more you put that into fun mode with leadership, which is such a serious word in itself, putting that into play, that leadership and everything, I mean, you're transforming not just adults, not just kids, you're transforming families. Is what you're doing.
That's the goal. She got it.
You're transforming families. That's exactly what you're doing.
Make sure you make notes of all the things
Yes.
that, okay.
Yeah, you're transforming.
All right.
I can totally see that. And like I said, you're like the dynamic duo over here. Like seriously. And whenever you speak, you're gonna know this. Whenever you speak, you remind me of somebody.
Oh,
My son speaks just like you.
Oh, yes.
My son speaks. He's 23 years old. He has. You remind me of your essence about you and the way you talk and how graceful you are with your words and how you explain to everyone from such a deep level and how you touched each and every one of us is your gift. It is your gift, and I'm sure you already know that. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. But you're an amazing woman. You, just a little bit, we got to know each other over here from an intimate standpoint, like just close, you know, talking more about just business, but just life in general too, which I love. I so appreciate you, and you're gonna do great things. I don't doubt that about you. You're gonna do great things. And just the presentation of you, that you're well dressed. Like they say, presentation is everything.
So,
Presentation for
which
the
is
most part is everything.
First one.
that was in the profession.
First one.
Presentation is everything. When you see someone and you meet someone and you want to work with someone and they're dressed to kill in a sense. And you know, it says a lot about a person, presentation. You know, so I'd like to to know more about you, but I see you know, international, whatever it is that you know, with your brand and what you decide to do, which is the one thing that you want to do is
global security.
Global securities. Yes, that's international in itself right there. And yeah, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure meeting you.
What I feel within you is so many moving parts, so much energy and enthusiasm, and wonder for the potential that can be realized with all of these youngsters. And I adore that energy, and it is so powerful. You have copious energy in you to do this. You're just like the full steam ahead, you know? You can just mow others down as you're going for this to help all these others.
I'm sorry.
I'm old now. Keep hold of that energy, because it's a wonderful motivator and an inspirer for others. You're very inspirational. You're a very bright light. Keep going in the direction that you want. And I see you expanding off from this in a few different ways and building your empire, so to speak. You know, other things that are related to this as well. Okay. I would love to stay in touch with you and see what landmarks you hit, or what milestones that you hit. Yeah, I think that would be really fun to see. Absolutely. So I'm going to go this way.
Okay.
And Maria, you are a spitfire. Wow. You are a mover and a shaker. And you're not content if you aren't moving or shaking. And that's really elemental to you. And so I thank you very much for moving and shaking in my direction. It's really invigorating to be around you. And there's another element to your persona that I really respond to, and that is the positivity. It's like, don't tell me you can't do this. Don't tell me I can't do this, but don't tell me you can't do this, because you really hold space for people very well, so that they can truly believe that they can reach for the stars and actually arrive there.
Yeah.
Okay?
I want that.
It's not everyone who has a natural affinity to do that. So please hold on to that.
All right.
And thank you.
Thank you. That's awesome. I love this. Yeah, this is all worth it.
Exciting for a reason, so.
That's right. You can charge us more next time to do it.
What's the next event?
That's right. No, and I want to thank you for bringing your quiet spirit. You know, they say that there's a lot of depth in still waters. Well, what I feel from you is this intricacy in the details of your knowledge. You have put in a lot up there, and you spend a lot of time up here in your visions, in your thoughts, in reviewing things over and over and making sure that nothing is left behind, that you haven't left a stone unturned. You're very thorough. Okay?
Nailed it.
And I respect that ability, especially because you're going into, or because you are in the field of security. And so people are in very good hands when they are with you. However you are marketing yourself, I definitely see a wonderful potential for you to do exquisite work and to be always understated. I know that you are, maybe you had mentioned a little bit of coming out of your shell a bit, and that's wonderful. I still see you, though, being always very humble about whatever you do. So please never worry about becoming a braggart, because it will not happen. It will not happen. So you may open up your throat chakra. You may speak out for yourself and speak up about issues. You will never come across as what you sometimes fear you might, okay? Because all you're doing is bringing a beautiful voice to the exquisite knowledge that you have so that you can perform exquisitely and help others at that level.
Beautiful words. Man, I should have a TV show right now.
Reality TV, yeah, it's the best.
Yeah, it's all filmed. Nothing is escaping here. Oh man, it's just like crazy. I'm having fun.
Beatriz, you are the Madonna endocrinologist. Madonna, Mother Mary, Mother Teresa. I love watching both of you. I'm focused on you, of course, right now, but because neither of you at all is the typical lawyer or doctor. And, you know, I am a doctor, and I've dated lots of lawyers. That's my limited experience. So, I want to thank you so much for being in the medical field I'm so familiar with, and yet allowing spirituality to just ooze through and radiate throughout your persona. Because I have fought for the ability to be able to do that, and have been working on finding more people so that I can be just who I am. And I love watching you, because when I know that you went all the way up to endocrinology, and yet you are not afraid, you are brave, and you just put this out there as naturally as you breathe. That's exactly who I want to be.
No.
I'm so close. It's just that I've been getting conflicting information, and being, I don't know about Cuban women, but a Mexican woman or a Mexican American, in our culture, we are taught to obey and not think for ourselves.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. So, which we know is totally not perfect, but it means that you understand. You understand, you know, when I say that it has taken me a long, long time to give myself permission to be who I really am and to shine my light. And I get so inspired personally by you, so thank you very, very much.
Thank you, and it's your time.
Yes.
It's your time.
Yes, I strongly believe that. And how blessed is the population that is affected by you, your work, and your heart, and your light. Of course. I'm sorry, I'm probably going a little over.
No, I'm thanking God.
She's loving it.
I'm loving it.
I'm just kidding.
You gotta bring some Kleenex next time.
And when I see you, oh, I see playfulness. I see fairies, young children. I see imagination blossom. I see full potential being realized. Okay, that's what I love. You too have some similarities but you express them in your own unique ways. Okay, I see so many bright colors and vivaciousness in your world, and children's laughter and happiness. Happiness in terms of you are helping them to override whatever is really chilling them or making them not be who they can be. Okay, you liberate that from them. You liberate it with your fun, with your beautiful ebullient essence. And I wish we could just clone you. Put one of you in every country. Because especially today's youth really need that. The young adults and those younger. really need. Really need to feel that lightness and light and feel de-stressed enough to find a direction in life and settle into it. And this is what you're helping them do. Because as they feel less stress, then they focus more forward. They are able to slow down and make the right decision for themselves rather than one from fear and stress. So then they take their more authentic path. And then they realize more who they are, and oh boy, do I feel happy when I'm one of the children that is being led by you. And I know that this involves the parents, I'm not avoiding them, but what is really settling into me is the effect that you're having on the children as a result of working with the parents and the others. So thank you. Please keep that playfulness, keep doing, playing with your fantasy and unconventionality, because it's a refreshing breath for all of those who have been stymied by sorrow and the hardness of this world, the harshness of this world. Thank you. Absolutely. Deborah, I felt when you came in, even before you said counselor, I could feel your calming space. People, when they come near you, they know you're safe. It might take some of them who have learned that people just can't be safe a little longer to warm up, but it's inevitable. They can't help it because they find you irresistible that way. Because no matter what fantasy they are putting in their head about how you might be like the last so many bad people in your life, you just keep refuting that. You keep knocking those negative fantasies down. You're very consistent, you're very well grounded. And we've needed you to come out from that box and do whatever it is that you're doing. I feel it. I can't bring words to it. I'm feeling what you want to do. And it is a beautiful and essential thing. You have taken some brave steps to go away from whatever is the standard or the routine. Keep going. You still have more to go. So be not fearful of taking those next steps, because those are the ones that will take you to greatness. You're already on your way. You just have a few more corners and a lot of honing, and that's what we do as entrepreneurs. Making a big difference. Exactly right. Yeah, that's your goal. I can feel it. I can feel it as if it were today that you're already doing it. So it's already there. Just remember during those times that you feel like, did I really make the right decision? Come on, you know. As entrepreneurs, you know, we think we're brilliant one day, and then the next day we can wake up and think, well, what was I thinking? Right.
Who would think that?
Absolutely. Michael, Chris.
Pick a name. No problem. Who you want me to be? That's lovely.
Just yourself.
Yeah.
Yourself, because yourself is already powerful enough. Wow, you got a set of chops. I just feel that you know how to woo a person, you know how to explain things very simply so that people understand. You can see the cogs turning in people's minds, so that makes you a great educator and a good coach. It's because you know the words to find to do, have just the right effect on them to help them exactly where they need it. So this makes a big difference because I don't know exactly what you do, but I thought I heard something about film industry. This I know could lend itself definitely to making messages for culture, for society through the films, for in many ways communicating very important concepts and beliefs to people. One of the toughest things seem to be right now, especially for the youth, is to believe in themselves, because they're just seeing their world crash around them in so many ways. You know, so many different things. And you are an anchor, you're stalwart, you're strong, and you can communicate your strength to others. So that definitely has to be part of your brand, because it really is part of you, a big part.
Love it. All right.
Absolutely.
And Save the best for last.
Many people respect you. They may not understand every level of you because you do keep, I feel your energy, you keep it close to yourself. However, you let just enough out. So what you were talking about, I feel it in him. You let just enough of your energy out in your business so that people are interested and they want to engage more. They want to know more what you're about. Not the lazy ones, the ones who want to excel, the ones who want to be head and shoulders and beyond above others. Now, and I'm not saying above others like this way. I mean in terms of really putting your nose to the gristmill, really doing the work, but not just for the sake of work, but for the sake of being more wise and insightful than many others so that they or you can make that much more difference. Okay? And for some reason, you attract this type of person naturally within your energy. So that tells me that you must be very much this way. I'm feeling a very practical aspect of you, and interestingly enough, I feel a very, how do I say it? Like, I feel a very cautiously or cynically positive side of you. So, meaning that you're not Pollyanna. You're not a Pollyanna. You're not out of touch with reality. Okay? You could be analytical and yet hopeful at the same time. Okay? And so the cynicism is a word that I'm using simply because I feel like that scientific aspect, you know, more the let's look at the facts and let's not go haywire with our imagination, and yet at the same time, as you are holding on to the logic, you still have hope to rise and rise. Okay? And that is a winning combination. And I feel you helping many, many people. I don't know if you already do this, but I do see you with an extremely large audience that you address somehow, using whatever media, if it's writing or speaking or however. Okay, you have a very important job to do, and so continue. Please continue. Those aspects of yourself, those deepest values of yourself, that your life is shaped by these 2 or 3 primary values. Use that in your work. Never veer away from those. Let everything else fall around it. Never compromise these few, because these are key. These are key not only to your light, but to others gaining as much light as possible from you and just raising this earth.
Whew,
Beautiful.
amazing. Okay,
Everything you just said, you need to videotape that.
okay, well,
It was videotaped. It was totally
it's all videotaped, so don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are amazing. Jim,
So Chris,
Issues.
Oh, this makes my day.
humor to break the tension.
That's good, that's good, that's good.
Yeah, I'm sitting here, my analytical brain, shut up, just listen.
Cynical positivity. Yes.
Right? I prefer skeptical.
And now you can
Cynical.
That's why we'll use it.
And now you can eat your cookie.
All right.
Yeah.
So, visionary, confident, a lot of value to bring to the world. Michael.
Got my name right, that's great.
Deborah. Love, warmth, like everything's gonna be okay, feeling like that from you. Very, very nurturing, comforting, blessed. Teresa. You said fairies, right? That was something that came to mind for me was you know, a lightness, a free spirit, you know, like fairies, you know, like there's just an element of that, you know, like anything's possible, nothing, don't take anything too seriously, right? And there's some serious things to work on, right? But, you know, leadership through play is perfect juxtaposition there. Thank you. Wow, Idris. Amazing, incredibly insightful. When I see you looking at others as you're speaking to them, it's like the connection is so strong between you and who you're speaking with. It's extraordinary. Virgil, I've heard you say the word lost at least 3 times. And that's kind of a great place to be, because anything's possible. There's any direction you can go from there. I know it sometimes feels heavy or scary, or there may be like a negative aspect to that, but you're in the right place, you know that. I mean, like here, and on the right path. And sometimes we don't, like, how many of us, right? Could we have predicted the path that got us here, right? So, brilliant, committed, and you have a vision. Whatever global security means to you, right? There's something to that for you. So something great to explore.
I always think of that way. It's like there's always things like security will never go away.
Right.
It's like embedded in me. It's like security.
Yeah, nothing to worry about there, right? Yeah, brilliant. Marie,
Yes.
oh my gosh, incredible, extraordinary, unique,
Thank
right?
you.
You totally break the mold. You've created your own, you know, your own brand, right? You are
Yes.
Marie. Now, how long have you known you? How many conversations have you had? This is relatively
We do.
deep.
This is the second time.
Second time,
Yeah.
right?
This is the first time I met her in person.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, her, Eve, and everybody else in this room, like, you attracted us all together, right? For something as simple as branding, right? But the depth to which you take it, the depth to which you allow it to go. I'm not sure what the language is for that, but what shows up from what you put together is amazing. And your fearlessness about taking on yet another project, right, for collaboration,
Yes.
because of what's possible out of just bringing people together. So thank you for that. Thank you for our partnership
Oh,
for
thank
all
you.
these years.
Thank you.
Shelley, extraordinary, committed. There's a better word for it, but hardworking, and you know, like that's a good quality, and it doesn't quite encompass the, you know, there's commitment in there, there's dedication, there's getting it done, or there's making it happen, and not for you, but for others, right? And you get to go along with that, right? You're part of that. And I'm really, I love the, you know, you took it from this to this so that there would be more space for, I love that. And congratulations on that. And I'm really excited to hear about and see where that goes. So thank you for being part of my community.
Oh, love it.
My goodness, articulate. The connection between soul, heart, and language that you have is extraordinary. And I've always thought that was a weakness for me, like putting words to my feelings, probably because I stuffed them for so many decades, right? That I just don't have that connection with somebody. But you have an extraordinary gift for that, and that is, you know, it's golden. it's something to share with the world, as I know you are, as I know you will be, because that is who you are. So thank you for that. That was a gift to me today.
All right, Michael, your turn.
Chris left. I'm gonna bring back. Okay, so I'm gonna finish with you, but I do want to give a compliment before I say anything about each one of you that I think is really important, and that's a compliment to Marie, but to all of you. Marie, you've gathered a group of relative strangers, and you've elicited some raw emotions out of people. That's not an easy thing to do. That's a very hard thing to do. The honesty among all of you is really impressive to me. I've done a zillion conferences in my life. I don't think I've quite been in one like this, where everybody's just honest. You know, and it's beautiful because, you know, it makes you vulnerable. But in being vulnerable, you also learn that there's people around you that A, can relate to you, and B, want to help you. If there's a way to do that, we all want to do that. So you just exude kindness. Do you know that? I think Eve said it when you came in the door. The first thing you did, you sat down, you introduced yourself to me. This is kindness. This is coming from you. You know, that's not an easy thing to exude. It's just not. I mean, unless you're kind, because you can act kind and not be kind. You're kind, okay? And I think you'll do just fine. I do. Dig in there. See who you are. And I gotta say, I love butterflies. So I'm going on your cruise, girl. I'll dress up in a butterfly. I'm going on your cruise. You let us all know.
It's totally worth coming here.
You got Michael to.
I have never been to a conference and somebody wants to dress up like a butterfly. That's a great idea. And they're adults, bringing the kids along, so
If you
I
have a
love
TikTok,
that.
you can take them out in the hall and have them say that again. I think it's being filmed. I'm all of that.
It's filmed.
I love your attitude, the funness. You're fun. I can see your combination. Both of them, we're talking about your energy together. It's beautiful. You're very loving sisters. I mean, it's clear. It comes across to everybody. And you're very different, but your core is the same. You probably had good parents. I won't make any judgment on that, but you guys are hardworking. I know that. And I have friends from Cuba that are grown up. They're here. They told me stories about back home and stuff, so I know how hard that was. But anyway, I've enjoyed listening to everybody, and I've enjoyed listening to you and your ideas, and just keep
I'm
at
very
it.
excited you've just made
Keep-
these.
oh,
I'm visualizing it now, but I have a hat for you too.
I'll wear it. I'll wear it. Oh, did I give you my price yet? You. Okay, listen, when I was in college, okay, so I went to Berkeley, and I majored in philosophy and minored in business. And I think it was maybe a better lawyer, because I took both those as core. But all the people that I really was close to at Berkeley were very philosophical. You're that. You're very deep. You have tremendous light that comes from you. When people use that word, you've used it. When it's real, it emanates from you. You know, we look at you, it's like you just feel this positive, gentle, calm energy coming from you. That's spectacular. Much the same with your kindness. It's spectacular because it's who you are. Nobody told you to be this way. You're just that. And so Jim was talking, it's Jim, right, or John? Jim was talking about how when you talk, you look at us like you are right now with me. You're listening, you're taking it in, and you're thinking about these things. And when you're talking to each one of us, we were doing that with you. And that's powerful, really powerful. If you can sit with people and get them to think like you and listen to you, it's power. And you don't want anything for it. You're just being yourself, you know, which we all know. So that's quite beautiful. You remind me of somebody. Me. Many moons ago. And the advice I would give you is, you have a direction you feel you're going down. I worked with global security guys in different countries. I got into the space. You have the personality for it. I give you that compliment right now, you do. And you have a persona of diligence. It's not an easy one to have. A lot of people are kind of winging things. You don't have that. You have that, you're serious enough, you know it takes energy, time, and education to get ahead, and I sense from you you're willing to do what it takes. And that's where I was 30 years ago. I was willing to do whatever. You were talking about that earlier, so go do it and stick to it. I hope that you develop, this is for everybody, I hope you develop a passion for what you are, because you already have passion, but keep it, because it's really important in life that you have passion for what you do. Okay, I think you'll be very successful. I do, and I wish you the best on that, okay? Shelley, no, we're gonna wait for
I was gonna say.
Save the best for last.
Okay. Shelley, you have a great level of confidence and assuredness of what you're doing. And I think when people are dealing with children, you have to have those things. Really important characteristics and traits to have. You have that. You believe in what you're doing. And I think for everybody to be successful, you have to believe in what you're saying to people. It can't just be about money. I mean, yeah, you want to make money. It's got to be about the passion of what you're trying to do. And for most of us, listening to everybody today, you want to help people. You want to educate them if you can. And you're definitely on that path. I love what you're doing. I'm going to refer you to my friend. Okay? And I want you to talk to her because I think you guys have a lot in common. But I enjoy your energy.
Thank you.
Okay? It's great energy. Eve, you're just passionate. Okay, that's a nice compliment to your personality. You really care deeply. And the fact that you've been so vulnerable today is really impressive to me, that you can just talk. You didn't stumble around, you just talked. That's how you feel, and that's how you know people are real. When they can just deliver it and make us feel like we want to help you, or what advice could I give her? It's like, that's what I was thinking the whole time, how I could maybe help you do something. Remember, entrepreneuring is not wantrepreneuring. Wantrepreneuring is people that want to be entrepreneurs. They don't quite get there. Okay, there's steps, and they miss some of those, and they're unsure about something. Jim and I were talking earlier, Jim, right? Or John?
This is gonna keep going.
Earlier about, and Maria, I know you've covered this in other things, but risk versus balance of benefits. Entrepreneurs understand that there's risk. They don't say there's not. They are risks. It can be money, family, time, sometimes health. You gotta be careful. But you gotta be able to balance that risk for what you want to go do and the benefit of you doing it. Sometimes the benefit's not even to you so much as to the people you're trying to help. Okay, but just always be thinking about things like that. But I really enjoy listening to you because you're real. And that's, Marie, everybody in this room is real. I'm not gonna walk out of here and think, oh, those people were like phony, or they don't. You guys nobody's phony. You all are exactly who you are, which I think is beautiful. That you put this group of people together. Okay.
I've been blessed with
Steve?
everyone.
I thought that Shelley summed you up really well. I did. I thought you delivered that really well. And I thought that Eve kind of really nailed your heart of who you are as a person. You do have that calming demeanor, but you also exude leadership. That's not an easy thing to do either. To exude these emotions, you can say you're those things, but to make us feel it means you're really it. Because I think this kind of group of people would see right through you. We'd see through each other. It's like, if you didn't think it was real. So I think you do have bigger things in front of you. There's no question about it. And I would give each one of you this also advice. It's important. When you think about furthering your careers or furthering your business, always think about, like we said, who you know, how you can help them, and how they can help you. There's nothing wrong asking, and there's nothing wrong asking if they can, can help each other. Try and do it always. Keep a master list of people that would help you in your career, like affiliates. I made a list of 150 affiliates. We sat down and made the list. It's like, okay, I've contacted 10 already. 10 said yes. Do the same thing. And think about your career that way. Who can you work with to make you better? And what you're doing, you'll make them better, right? So I think those are important things. Marie, you're just a dynamo. I mean, you are. I've known you a long time. You're a dynamo, okay? But the important thing about you is that you have a knack for putting good people together. So you're not the kind of promoter or the kind of person that's talking about themselves. You never talk about yourself, ever. Not one time I've ever talked to you. You want us to all talk about ourselves. You want us to get to know each other. But you have a knack of putting people together that actually could help each other. We have relationships, and if you look at the personalities and the business backgrounds in this room, we are all different. Each one of us is very different. What you don't normally find, you normally find is 6 realtors, 3 lawyers, 2 chiropractors. That stuff's all boring. I mean, you're not gonna get real information from people. You're putting people in a room that are eliciting information that helps each other, okay? That's your personality. It starts with you. And then the way you led today was excellent. All the topics are excellent. I mean, the way you presented that today. So
Thank you.
you should do this again. I'll help you. I'll help you make this bigger.
What's that?
I'll help you make it bigger.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, all of you are going to be part of it, just so you know.
Just so you know.
On one condition, we all wear our butterfly outfits. That's the condition.
Moving to San Diego, took me 30, I had 30 days to move from DC to San Diego. And I knew, I always listened to a higher power, and I'm like, okay, I get you. It's time for me to leave DC. And I did it, but I knew as soon as I got here that it was something big, that it was my time, and it is my time. I had this vision that of healing humanity. I see all of us in here as doing that. Apologize again for being late, but you're all healers, and I see you healing head space and heart space of humanity that's been lost. And I think when COVID hit, it opened up a floodgates on what was really missing in humanity.
That's true.
And I hear it with my clients, and I see it. But Virgil, I didn't hear you, but you are a silent strength, and it doesn't surprise me that you're into security, because you can be there in the room and you can sense what needs to be done. Keep people safe, keep the world safe. And I see you really, really going for that. Don't even think about what the others are doing, because you have a certain way of giving to the world what you need to keep people safe. Miss Beatrice, you are seer, S-E-E-R, seer of heart, seer of truth. And I see kindness also. When you really calm people down, when you speak, you draw in, people draw into you, you know. And it's a way for you to help people to see their value in their worth and what they are capable of, you know, and that's a true gift. Miss Teresa, you with the butterflies, that is amazing. That is amazing, because I just finished a book called Healing Hearts, and on the cover, my VA was putting all different things, and I said, no, butterflies. So that to me, you are a healer, but you're healing families. And families, we don't know what the meaning of that is. It's been lost. The rites of passage that all of us are to help humanity, get to humanity, you have that. And you're going to start with kids, because kids don't really know. There's a clean slate. I see all of us as helping people with their clean slates and putting in what's real, what's truthful, and what's the right thing to do, you know. And we don't have to worry about the money. I'm not even like, we don't have to worry about the money, because the money will come because we will be doing what we need to do.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Mr. Michael, you are a one-stop shop, I told you. You really, you give people what they need to be happy, but also what they need, the visions that they have. Who knew they could buy something in Europe? Everybody would love that vision, but you give them that. You put that together for them. And I doubt it. You're right. Who would go to the internet and see, like, there's one person who would do it all for me? visas, whatever you need. I could do it all. You do that. And that is such a heart. You heal heart and head space. You know, and and you wouldn't be able to do that if you didn't have it. You wouldn't be able to give that, you know, just a little talk that we had, you know. And I have a tarot reader. She was saying, no, you go to this thing because you're going to meet people who are going to help you get out of your comfort zone. Because I'm an introvert. I love being at my house, but I know that I have to do this, so I live here. Mr. Jim, you have a voice, you have this voice that has been there, and maybe you were around people who didn't know how to hear your voice, and you didn't know how to share it with them because it wasn't the right people to share it with, you know. So I see you as really helping people, heart space, head space too, you know, and people need what you have. TEDx talks, you know, that focus. You help with that focus that people really need to tune in to heal themselves, you know, and that's such a value. That is such a value. Miss Eve, you have also what you have been through. Maybe horrible experiences, but if you look at it, I look at those experiences, trauma, as gifts from the universe, because once we get through those, on the other side of that, it's golden. It's golden, it's so golden, and you wouldn't be here if it wasn't meant for you to help other people with your truth, with what you have been through, because you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to help them put words to what they can't put words to. You know, and that is such a value. And it wasn't the right time with the other coaches that you had. You know, it was like, okay, let's do this again. That wasn't the right person, but you were supposed to see that they weren't the right people. You know, God bless them for what they do, but it just wasn't right for you, as it wasn't for me. You know, but you have everything you need, everything you need. And you don't have to doubt. You don't have to doubt because you have it. Miss Shelley, you are a fixer. I see you as a type A fixer because you help these kids. They want the direction. They want somebody to tell them what to do. They'll be able to see that you have the heart space and the head space to help them do what they need to do. You know, and they will trust you. That trust part with the kid, yeah, that's really key, really key.
Love that word, fixer.
Thank you. Yeah, fixer,
Keep that, fixer.
Miss Marie.
What word?
You came into my life, a month ago? And one of my colleagues, when she gave me your name, I'm like, oh, okay, let me see. Let me wait and see what's gonna happen with this one. But it felt right when I finally called you and you called me back. It felt right. And I appreciate you. She looked at my LinkedIn. She said, oh, you only have 40 people. I'll help you with that. It's like, before I didn't care because LinkedIn to me seemed like people just want to get in your business, you know. But now I really started to put time into that. And because to me, I was always told I wasn't a business person, you know, that I didn't belong in the business world because I'm a therapist. But I see that what I have is of value, and I see you helping me to help other people. When I met you and I saw your events, and you said 20 people, and I'm like, this is different. Somebody just wants 20 people in the room, as opposed to, you know, mega stadiums. But that showed me that you are a healer. You are a healer.
I am.
You're a business healer. And your goal, not your goal, your purpose is to help all of us do what we need to do to get it done. I didn't write the words, but the acronyms. Michael's saying have acronyms. I have F, the BS. And that's you.
F.
F,
the BS.
F the BS.
Oh.
To me, it was like you said, don't F the BS, let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's help you get your brand. Let's, you know, because we need to get out there. We need to get out there. And when you're events, and I have lived in a beautiful place, and I said, I would love to have an event and then have a select group of people to come to my house and have a cookout and a pool party. You know?
Yeah.
And just,
What do you want us to bring? And you just bring the date? What date? Can we dress as butterflies or we're good?
Yeah, swimsuit and towel. Yeah. But yeah, I really, you have no idea how much I appreciate this.
Thank
And
you.
Jonathan?
Jonathan. Yes.
Jonathan, another silent strength. You know, you're a very deep person. You know, but and you wouldn't be a deep person if you weren't able to maneuver and capture what you need to capture. You know, to record things and to have that record so that people can see it later on. That's truly a gift.
Well, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. I mean, thank you, God. I mean, that's what I'm gonna say. Thank you. I mean, you guys are all blessings. I mean, that's all I can say. I mean, the information that was given today, it's beyond what I can imagine. I mean, I don't want to feel like I want to be emotional.
Clinics or tissues?
I don't want to cry. But I thank you from the bottom of my heart because you make it possible for everybody. Hold on. And Jonathan, thank you. You've been amazing. Yeah, you've always supported me. I mean, part of my success is people like you who have been there for me many times. I just want you to know that. I feel like you're my family. Sorry.
Stay here.
We have Deborah. I didn't do mine.
Oh, she gets to do her
Oh, shoot. Go ahead. Oh, my God. I'm sorry.
Cry, so why don't you go ahead?
Go ahead. I have to cry anyway. Whew. What amazing group. Love it. Well, everything is recorded, just so you know. And yes. Security. But the thing is, what you have shared here is truly everything that we talked about. You shared who you really are. Do you know that the book that I'm working on, you know the title of it? Who do you think you really are? That was the title, and I shared that with Jim. But that is really what we're talking about when it comes to branding. And, today, Eve, I just want to let you know, you're gifted with words. I just love every word that you said. I think you would be an amazing speaker.
That's what I want
I
to
mean,
do.
that
I
is
want to
really,
address the masses.
it's incredible, beautiful words that you put together. I'm like, so overwhelmed with the way you shared your information. And so understand that you've got some powerful talent that you don't even have to listen to anybody else, to be honest with you.
Right.
Yeah.
Someone else told me that. I didn't
Stop paying. But the thing is, you need to have a good sounding board, and people that, I'm not like pushing anyone here, but my experience, and my experience with Jim helped me, kind of, because I'm such a stubborn leader, and so somebody has to be just ask me questions, not tell me what to do. I'm just not that kind of person. Don't tell me what to do because I'm gonna really, it's not gonna work for me. But if you have a sounding board, someone that you can just, they can just ask you a question, and then kind of triggers the creativity of you. You have to believe in your creativity, and that's what you need. You believe in that because you're already gifted. God already created you the way you are. So you just have to discover all of that. Because I learned also, I didn't know that I'm good at all of these things until God pushed me to this situation. And it's like all of a sudden, oh, yeah, I can do that. Oh, I can do that. I can do that. It's just the way it is. But I wanted to, talk to Beatrice also. Beatrice, I mean, your way of looking at people is so in depth that it's just incredible how the intuition that you have. It's a very powerful intuition. And you really pretty much nailed everybody with the way you described us. It's like you're like a fortune teller for some reason. The way I looked at it, it's like you can envision us the way we are. So it was such a great gift that God gave you. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, thank you for sharing your thoughts. I mean, I feel so powerful right now, to be honest with you. I'm sure everybody is because of what you've shared. And Teresa, I love you. I mean, seriously. I love her joy, her fun, her openness, and the belief that she has given me, that she's gifted me. And I feel so, I just want to give everything I have to just, help you be the best of where you want to be. And because you're just so open to what I have, and you just embrace me. And I just love you for that, because I truly want to help people. And when people are very, receiving of what I have, I just want to pour everything in there. And
Yes,
I just,
you do. Very powerful experience here. It's been incredible.
yeah, and I'm so happy to see you being in Kenya and doing all the things that you're doing. That is just so incredible, and you're really doing it. It's one of those people that truly make the action, It's hard to take the steps sometimes, but you do it without any hesitation,
told you that.
with no doubt.
My word
You just
is my
go.
action.
Yeah.
I give it, I do it.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
she does
waited.
it.
She was like, oh, she's telling the truth.
She does it. She does it. And Deborah, this is the first time. I mean, you are so caring for people, and truly, I mean, everybody can feel it. You're just really kind. I mean, that's the word that we can all come up with, because you're just truly kind. And I think when you do your event, and if you do any kind of retreat and all of that, people are going to be blessed by that kindness you have. You're going to make people feel better people. They're going to be better people overall. And it's good to learn from you about kindness, because sometimes, I forget being kind when I'm like not happy or something. So, but you are like, it's a great example for all of us to always remember that being kind is always good. I'm going to go to Virgil. Virgil,
Yes.
you have so many things that you're going to have to do with me. I can already see it, because my vision for you is just overwhelming. After that an hour and a half, and you have all these talents, multiple languages, traveling, experiences, sharing all this with military, and then the security now, which is what I just learned today.
For your passion.
And he wants to be in the fashion, he wants to be on a TV reality show, everything. So he is going for it. And I love that you don't limit yourself. That you see it. And when after that lunch, are we gonna do it tonight now? It's like he's ready to go. Yeah, he's so fired up. That's the word, fired up, Brad. That's what we're talking about. But I love that you truly see yourself, because it is part of what you see. If you don't see it for yourself, it's never going to happen, for even how much I encourage you. If you don't see it, it's not going to happen. And that's the first thing, is you have to see yourself. Shelley, you're always amazing, my true friend. You and I enjoy each other, and I love that you're here supporting me. And I'm glad that you're here, because you bless people here. The way I'm like envisioning you, the two of you, it's like, oh my God, that's gonna be a blast. The two of you with all their energy and the joy, I can see that. And plus, Michael, seeing, understanding your power of, education. I love the fact that there was already a referral coming through, because that's good. And one thing I would like to see happen, girl, is for you to be more strategic about your business, to where you have more time for yourself and not work so hard out there. Because I know you network heavily, and you talk to a lot of kids. You gotta hit.
That's what I do.
You gotta make an impact on a bigger scale. That's why I was talking about maybe looking into it to where you're just sharing your knowledge to people and just bless them with that.
What's outreach? I mean,
Yeah.
I still do the same thing.
Yeah.
The global. I've been doing
Yeah.
that since pre-COVID, but it's still that grassroots of getting out
Yeah.
there, shaking
But-
hands.
Yeah, you love to work though. That's the thing. She loves to be out there.
There's nothing like putting something on Google
Yeah.
versus going to events like this where you get to meet people you wouldn't normally be able to meet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And she's a
to
people
be blessed to
person.
have the time to do something like this and multitask at the same time.
And she gets me. She gets me of what I love, what everything, about me. And it's so nice to have a friend that truly gets you. Because, you can trust her, and if I'm busy, she understands that I'm busy. And so there's not a lot. I mean, I had friends who were very demanding of me. And it's hard to keep that friendship when I have to serve other people and other people depend on me. So she's a very understanding friend for
And it's
me.
good to have a friend that has your back.
Yes, there you go. And did I miss here? Not, okay, Jim. You know how I respect you so much. I mean, truly, I want to see you more in a bigger scale of coaching, because in Temecula, I think that the Temecula sees you not in the way that you should be seen. Because I know TEDx is, you're big in TEDx for the TEDx Temecula. But in terms of your coaching, they don't understand it yet. They don't understand it that much in a bigger scale. So I think, this group here, I'm sure it's going to open up more doors for you, because you deserve, your coaching style is amazing. You can truly help all of these people here by the way you coach, because of it's very it's easy to work with. It's not forced in. That's not your style. And I love it, because I'm such a stubborn leader, and I love the way you coach. That's why I talk about it. And Michael, you're like, how do I say this? The greatness of doing projects, it's just there's no limitation with you. It's like I can just see overwhelming success is what I see with you, because of your power and your strength. I mean, you truly have no fear. From when you spoke at the International Wealth Builders and you were talking to them about just do it, and you just have to learn it. I love that about you, because I am kind of like that. I like to take risks. And then, I guess learning the computer programming, you need to learn how to do testing, trial and error. That's how I kind of, use my life. So if I go into a TV movie, doing a movie project, which I have no clue how to do it, I would still do it, because I want to learn the process of doing. There are projects that I've gone to that I lost a lot of money, but it was a good lesson for me. And and you just have to account that as a great experience. No matter, I lost, I think in 2 projects, lost a lot of money, but that's okay. I never regretted it. And I think with you, Michael, with all your experience, you've gone through so many years of experience and the success that you're bringing into this community with all the international, which was never done. And I think you're going to really bring this very powerful opportunity for people that are having hardship right now.
Yep.
And you're going to open that door for them. That is going to be amazing. So I'm all over with what you're doing. I'm definitely going to, be there to support you. I want to make sure that people know about it,
Good.
because I know it's going to help so many people.
Great.
So that's how I envision everyone.
How do you envision yourself? What did you get out of today?
What is that?
What did you get out of today?
I think God just blessed me so much. It's just the way I looked at it. I think He blessed me. I prayed to God so hard. I said, put me in the place where people need me.
Okay, and you did.
And He brought me the right people. And I think each one of you have not only blessed me, you have blessed everyone in this room. And I think it was such a beautiful combination of people. And I guess I feel very blessed and very thankful for all of this. So thank you. Thank you. One thing though is you have to look after this meeting. You have to really see yourself in a bigger scale. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
And there's nothing, it's going to disservice you if you don't see yourself in a bigger scale. Because you've heard everyone in this room how powerful you are. I mean, your talents are such beautiful talents. And if anybody, you know, watch any of our videos, they're gonna go like, can I have you speak at my event? Can I pay you $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 just to speak at my event? Because what you guys have shared here is just so amazing. I mean, I had so much respect for you already, but now it's like up here. It's incredible what you have done, and you really open up to each other, and I truly am thankful for that, for opening and for showing your love for your sister too. That's just like, you know, that's amazing. You are blessed with having a sister too. I have a kind of sister here myself. Anyway, well, thank you so much. We are 4 o'clock. I am on time, you know. That's one thing about me. I wanted to be on time. And it's like, you know, something about me that I want to make sure that, you know, I value people's time. And when I meet my time, I did my job, you know. So anyway, anything else? One thing before is there's a page here. If you can give me a testimonial, write it down. Proof of records, ladies and gentlemen. And then the next part is what I call all my things that I wanted to do. And if you want to be a part of it, feel free. If not, I am good with it. But I'm thinking, if you want to be big, you got to be a part of it. That's all I'm saying. So that's something that if you can do that, take your time. And then I'm going to go talk to Coco and we'll finish. Jonathan, again, thank you so much for being here. You know you're incredible, right? You know how amazing you are.
Silence.